Okay, so continuing from my last video of where I realized that the system that we live in as the capitalistic system isn't a stable system. It has never been intended to be a system that works. It has never worked. The evidence is all around us. It's only abusive, killing, destroying nature. And nature is what we depend on, and yet we are exploiting it only for profit. That's the only reason we're exploiting it. If there was no profit, we would have left it alone. There's no reason for it, unless we need to eat. And realizing at a young age that I'm not going to suppress or deny that I was facing this point. Unlike my friends and everyone, they were all still speaking hope and giving hope to the system, and that if they go study for 4 years now, they're going to become this, they're going to be successful in this. But they all just end up working for their dads and their companies, or at their dad's companies, or in factories somewhere. That's where they all end up. They had the hope, yeah, and that's where I already went before them. I didn't even have to finish school to do that. And now we come to the point of why an equal money system. I basically gave a lot of points just now from my personal life, so maybe a lot of people can relate to this. Now obviously, after I saw my personal life, which I compared to all life, as in into the future 50 years from now, because if you put your life 50 years into the future, you have to consider within that how the world is also changing, because that affects your life in 50 years. You cannot just look at your life and your job in 50 years, because that depends on everything else in the world. And so when I took that little peek into the big world, I had a fright, as in, oh shit, it doesn't matter if I have a job or not for the next 50 years. If the economy that my job is dependent on doesn't work out, then there will be no job in 10 years or in 5 years. Then there will be no economy. I mean, look how it's going. Banks, when I was still back home, there was shit happening in Europe, and there was shit happening in Zimbabwe constantly. Countries going downhill, and people were panicking, and immigrants were coming into South Africa and taking the jobs of the people that's already here, and our people killing the immigrants, and things were getting tense. My dad's business went on a ride where for 3 months no one got salaries because there was just no business. I mean, if the economy fails, your job fails. If your job fails, your life fails. If your life fails, you're fucked. So everything is interdependent. Meaning, you cannot just be concerned about your life. You have to be concerned about all life for your life to work out. That's just how it works. And a capitalistic system is designed so that a few can control the many in any way they want, as long as they profit. So you have your private owners of banks, then you have the bank owners, then you have the banks that own the companies, and the companies as owners, and the owners of the companies has many employees, and the many employees has everything else that creates debt on which more money is created for the banks at the top. So we are all just little money launderers. We just keep on making money out of thin air for the guys at the top, and they will do anything they can to keep themselves safe from the rest. That's us at the bottom here, your normal folk. And then I came to the farm here in Desteni in 2008, when I was just after 18, and I was introduced to equal money. Now, this is where I saw the only solution. I watched the Zeitgeist, I don't know how to pronounce it, videos, what they were giving. I looked at Greenpeace, I looked at many things that I can improve life. I was meditating, I was fucking doing my chakras, everything so I can change, so my situation in life can change. But no matter how I change, if the system doesn't change, my change will be irrelevant. It will be nothing. That's what everyone's current enlightenment changes is. It's nothing. If the economy falls, you fall. Your transcendent points just fall down onto the ground. Anyway, so I first was like, cool, equal money, but how? How or is it equal money gonna work? Now, first I had to look at how's the current system work. It's not working, by the way. We are all doing it together. We're all making the capitalistic system working together. Me having a job, you having a job, other two people having a job. Everybody makes money. Money goes to the boss, tax, governments, banks, private owners, and so money goes around. And now this can only run between a few in the world because there's not enough money. There's enough resources, but not enough money. And how's an equal money system going to be any different? So I heard everyone will be given money from birth till death. Now this sounded awesome, but then who the fuck's going to do the work? I mean, I just now left the system where I hated the work I was doing. Why would I want to work in an equal money system if I'm just going to hate the work anyway? Well, obviously, I'm already taken care of from birth till death. So whatever work I do then inside the system isn't linked to my survival, to my life. It's just work that needs to be done. So then, in an equal money system, you will have a 4-year labor system. The 4-year labor system will be where everybody will participate within after their educational years. Now, your education in the equal money system will not be what you know it to be right now. It will actually be much more awesome. For instance, if you check out the Desteni process website, www.desteniprocess.com, and you read the front page, that will give you a slight point of view on just what re-education will be in an equal money system. It will not be to teach you how to fit in to a system, to enslave you to money. It will be to to work together in a system of equality, as love thy neighbor as thyself. Do unto another as you would do unto yourself. So the 4-year labor system will be, you will do it. There's no choice. After that, you can decide what you're gonna do. You already had your education equally to everyone else. So everything is fair. There's no unfairness. From there, whoever makes something of their life has done it through their own self-will. So no one can be blamed, no one can be judged, no one can be compared. It's all you. Self-responsibility. That's pretty awesome. And no one can capitalize off someone else. No one can make profit of something on earth because it's an equal money system. Everything will work according to time-based work, labor that you put in. So if you work 12 hours a day, no matter what labor you did, you will receive a specific amount of money, points for it. And those points will be allocated to the other points that exist. Okay? And this makes sense. Because you will have basic needs, which is your food, your water, your clothes, your housing, your education, your transport, electricity, sewage, trash, whatever needs to be taken care of will be taken care of. And you will have specific money points for points like food, electricity, water, etc. Each point will only work on a specific necessity. such as your water, and you cannot use those points on anything else than the water. And that is very specific, so you cannot abuse the system. So no one can abuse each other, and no one can overuse and consume, but it will only be enough. And that's all that's needed. Then the extra bonus points you earn, you can allocate to any of the other points. So you cannot, for instance, take extra bonus points you earn and go use them on drugs and start your own business secretly somewhere. It's impossible, because there won't be any physical money to exchange for this. There won't be any money points that says drug points. There will only be money points that says food points, entertainment points, electricity points, water points, and then you have your blank points which you earn for labor. You allocate the blank points to whatever other points you want more of, more water, more electricity, more entertainment, etc. Or you can allocate it to hardware if you're practically working with your hands, you know, that kind of way. This is just a suggestion. It's not set in stone, so it's just a way that it can be done. And an equal money system, from that perspective, sounds pretty awesome.